Before we get into my evaluation account, I'm going to tell you guys something. A little confession to make. This is the shocking truth about Practical Pat. Something that you might not know, you might not have heard before. And once you do hear this, you're probably going to want to leave my channel and never come back. Okay, you ready for it? What is going on, traders? Pat here. Today is September 28th, 2024, Saturday, and this is my weekly performance review of the week of September 23rd through the September 27th. We're going to start by looking at my demo account, and this week was okay on the demo account. I think I ended last week right here at 110, 161, so happy that I broke the 110 mark and I'm holding it. And then this week I made a new high. I don't think I traded it Monday, and I did trade it Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and a couple of times on Friday. As you can see, we kind of chopped sideways from there. Still haven't made the new high. And then I think I took a loser on it and a couple break evens. So this is I'm okay with this right now. As I was noticing last week and a couple weeks that I was trading my demo account less as I was trying to focus on my evaluation. And I was finding that my demo account was actually going up the less I traded it. So I wanted to try and capture some of that performance on my evaluation by trading the evaluation a little bit less and then just exposing the demo account a little bit more. So any kind of mistakes I might capture on the demo account and then try and capture some of the better quality trades on my evaluation. Now, before we get into my evaluation account, I'm going to tell you guys something. A little confession to make, and this is the truth. This is the shocking truth about Practical Pat. Something that you might not know, you might not have heard before, and once you do hear this, you're probably going to want to leave my channel and never come back. Okay, you ready for it? Here's the truth. I have never ever passed an evaluation account. That's it. That's the truth. Actually, that's not totally true. I have passed two evaluation accounts, and that's through trading a news event and sacrificing, two accounts. You trade two accounts at once on a news event, one long, one short. One of them wins, the other one doesn't. So I have two PA accounts on Apex through that method. But I've never ever passed one of these evaluations through trading skill, and that's what I'm aiming to do here on this channel. Now, why am I doing this? And it's really because I care about my family and I care about the success of my journey. And I know that many successful entrepreneurs talk about the moment that they burn the ships as a turning point in their trajectory. Now, if you're not familiar with that term, burning the ships is the idea that when Hernan Cortez came to the New World, he had his crews land on the shores and burn the ships as a symbol of a necessity for success. They were either going to be successful or they were going to die. For me, calling this out publicly is my burn the ships moment. My intention here is to be honest about my journey and just to show you the struggles and the successes and ultimately to pass the evaluation. I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think I could do it. And posting my results here in a weird way, it just keeps me accountable and it helps me think of something bigger than what I'm feeling in the moment as I'm trading. And again, if you see this and you're not quite at that place and you see me do it, then this is something that you can probably do too. So I want to try and inspire you. Now that that's out of the way, let's check out the results for the week of my evaluation. I ended last week right here at 56.58, and that was pretty good. And then Monday, probably shouldn't have traded. It was a very choppy day. Took a loser right off the bat, and then I scalped 1-2 winners to make it almost all the way back. Took a break even. Tuesday was a pre-market trade. Took a really nice trade, hit full profits, stopped for the day, hit a high of 57.51, and that is the most I've ever made on an evaluation account, so pretty happy about that. Wednesday, I didn't trade the eval, and Thursday, I took a loser right off the bat. It was a large-ish loser, uh, more risk than I wanted to take, and that's okay. It wasn't catastrophic. But so I just kept the same risk on the next trade I took and made most of it back and then broke even. That was a nice $200 scalp later that day. And then Friday we had data come out in the early morning, and I took one trade trying to hit the data low, and I ended up stopping out. This was a trading error. I was in profits. I was at least 15 points in profits. Could have taken something off, but I chose not to. I was focused on being right in my analysis and neglecting to make money, basically. I was a little bit proud. I was proud of trying to call a target in the market. And then this next trade I took, this next loser, was a mistake in that I entered too early on the trade. So the trade didn't actually trigger and I entered it. And that for me, that was just a fear of missing the move to my target. And I was just focused on being right instead of trying to make money. So the thing with trading though is you need to be able to do both. You need to be able to determine where the market is likely to go. When you take your trades to that place where the market's likely to go, you got to be able to take profits in order to make money. And so I did not do the money making part, even though I might have been right on where prices were going. So was able to scalp it back there and scalp it back there and be green on the day. Now looking at it this week, I had the painful realization that if I had just managed my trades a little bit differently, instead of going from 658 to 720, I could have been up at least another $200 on this trade alone, and close to 5 times as much equity as I gained this week. And that was kind of painful for me to think about. And I said last week that I wanted to focus on scalping a little bit more, and I think I did. But the thing that I did was I would scalp to make back these losses. And then when I would take the losses, I would usually shoot for a more lofty target instead of taking profits when I had them, especially here on Friday. So, in light of these trading errors and the realization that I could have been much more profitable this week than I was, I've decided that it's time to make some kind of a change, because what got me here isn't necessarily what's going to get me across the goal line. And I think I could get there a little bit quicker if I make one little change in my execution. The thing I'm noticing is that when I want to make back a loss, I start taking scalps. So I thought, okay, well, what if instead of scalping to make back a loss, what if I just scalp to try and bump the equity curve up? It's not sexy, right? It's not these really nice, huge moves, looking at market structure and going exactly to where I thought prices were going. But what it does is it allows me to read the chart, to see where prices are going, and then to take profits somewhere in between where I enter and where I think prices are going. It's really a bread and butter, because the bread and butter setups are really what puts food on the table. And when I look back at my demo account, most of those trades and how that curve was basically built from scalping single minis for anywhere between 10 and 15 points, sometimes a little bit more if structure warranted, but for the most part, it was 10 to 15 point scalps. And so far, this has been where my strength is, best I can tell. And because I've turned so many losing days around through scalping, and perhaps I can drive equity forward in the same way. So that is my plan going into the next week. And it's my commitment to you and to show you that in action, just come what may. So thank you for watching. Thank you for following with me this long. And if you like this, go ahead and drop a like and feel free to subscribe. I will see you on the next one. Take care now.